Boop. I'm a little... It's a pattern. There is a pattern here. I am always going to be late, it seems. And you know what? I can't be mad about that. I can't. It is what it is, or something like that. Let me get all these pings sent out, make sure everybody knows that we're live. How's it going, everybody? Hope you're doing well. I am super tired. And you know what? That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Being tired is normal. It's very normal. Also, it just changed my UI size. Why did... Boop. 3 is just superior. I'm sorry, guys. Even then, it feels small. Did I have it on 4? Definitely not. Okay, it was 3. Also, I may or may not have accidentally almost broken my light. I don't know if it's gonna last. I don't know. But you know what? It's okay. I don't need to know. It'll be okay. Sleep. Can we sleep? We can sleep. Okay, I'm sleeping. Boop. Let's see. Slaw, thank you for popping in. Congrats on getting me first, and thank you for your taxes. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you. 13 minutes late. My man puts the king in lacking. You're not wrong. I've been busy. I've been very busy. Today I was working in Blender for a little bit. I need to feed my cows. I was working in Blender for a little bit, trying to get together some animation together for the Omnia logo, hopefully. For all the branding, the trailers, the things that we're gonna be showing off on the main stage when E3's dead. What's like the new hip event that people go to? PAX. Does PAX have a main stage to show off like big games? I don't know. But that's gonna be a thing, and I need to have branding ready for that, so I'm getting my branding all together. Trying to get that finished, hopefully. We'll see how that goes. I don't know if it'll go well or not. I'm just pretending everything's okay. Okay. Hello, Cozy. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Welcome. Thank you for spending your taxes, Swifty and Cozy. What a week it has been. It's been a week. I'm sure it's been a week for you as well, but for me it's been all over, beyond just Omnia stuff, which is kind of how Omnia got to where it was because of other things. But you know what? That's okay. I'm gonna make it through it. So, one Minecraft stream at a time or something like that. Let's see. Hello, Poco. Good to see you, dude. What's going on? Good to see. What did I... Why is there coal in there? That shouldn't be in there. Okay. Anyway, boop. I'll do that. And I want my arrows back. Put my slime in there. Okay, there we go. Okay. We'll put that in, and then I need to put that away. I alt-tabbed. Put that away. And that away. Okay, I'm just gonna fill this chest in too. Why not? Okay, let me read chat, and then I'm gonna... And then I'll get into how my day's been. Because why not? Thank you for redeeming... Or candy. Thank you for the candy, Cozy. I appreciate it. I'll get that here in a minute. And also, what am I going to call the Omnia prequel? I've been thinking for the last 10 minutes, and I can't come up with anything. I'm not 100% certain yet. I kind of like the idea of if this is like a standalone kind of game, you could call it something like the Galathar Saga or Omnia 2. Easy peasy. But I almost like something that has to do with Galathar in specific, since that's kind of the main focus of it, seemingly, at this current moment. Or something, that it's a prequel, so maybe Omnia Zero. Omnia Zero is not a bad idea. Roberto, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. I'm good. How about you? I'm doing okay. I'm very tired. Very tired. But, I'm here. I'm hanging in there. Let's see. I'm so sorry, but I'm going to sleep. I'm really tired. Good night, Cozy. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. I get that. I'm tired too, so don't you worry about a thing. I will probably not be streaming super long tonight anyway, just because I am that tired. Omnia 2 Galathar Returns. That's not a terrible name. It can't be Omnia 2 since it's supposed to predate Omnia's story, but I do kind of like it. I thought of one, Omnia Old Frontier, because it's about the history of humanity's expansion, all the lore up to the Omnia time period. That's a good point. You could go with that. I'm trying to think. I do like Old Frontier. That's a good name. I'm just trying to think if I could come up with anything that encapsulates it better. Because I want you to be able to get the right name from the get-go. Because that's like a big deal with games in general, is making sure that all of it stays consistent through development if you can. Because it makes it easier for branding, it makes it easier for your art, it makes it easier for advertising, you know, so on and so forth. It does that all very, very well. But trying to come up with that off the get-go is a little hard. Okay, we're gonna be digging today. Surprise, surprise, you know? Everybody's super shocked I'm gonna be digging, right? This is the most unexpected thing that King has ever done, is dig a hole. But you know what? That's okay. We're gonna be having fun with it, or something like that. I don't know. It's a hole. I can only do so much, but I'm gonna try to have some fun with it. Okay, let's just place the sand for now. Anti-Omnia, which means before Omnia, before everything. That's a solid name. That is a solid name. Omnia Primordium contains lots of stuff leading up to the major wars in the main Omnia timeline. That's a good idea. I don't know if you meant to say this, but that gave me a really interesting idea. So we talked about this before with Omnia, but we want to add like a time travel mechanic at some point, which would be really, really, really cool. But it also enters the possibilities of timelines and multiverses and such. You could actually do a full game that doesn't have to respect. I know that's not the right word here, but it doesn't have to follow the main rules that I've got, so it wouldn't hold you back in terms of development on your project until I get things squared away. You could go with a alternate timeline if you wanted. That's not a necessary thing, but it is an idea. But that is a good idea, Primordium as well, because it really hints at how brutal the game is going to be in a lot of senses of the word, you know? It is going to contain lots and lots of... It's going to contain a lot of violence, a lot of death, And that's unfortunate for the people in Omnia, but it's great for people who love to play that kind of stuff. It's gonna be a good time. I can't wait. Initiatum Initium Omnia? What does that mean? Is that like start Omnia? Start of Omnia? I don't know. Also, by the way, wiki might help for this game if we want to archive lore stuff for the main game as well. Yes, absolutely. Wikis are gonna be so big with it because theoretically to do everything in Omnia is going to be near impossible. Not completely impossible, but it's going to be very, very, very hard to do because there is so much. There's so much to do. So I can easily foresee the game taking a little bit of time for people to know everything going on if they were just playing it. But I think one of the cool things about Omnia in specific is like there's all of this lore. There's all this lore there, which is amazing. But to find it all is going to be really tough on your own. So, and some of it is implied more than it is just explicitly stated. Some of it is explicitly stated. But you're also getting the lore from not a factual point of view all the time. Everybody has their own point of view in Omnia. So when you ask somebody from the, I don't know what to call them yet, but I'm gonna call them United Colonies. That's a name in Starfield, I know, but like, I will come up with a better name anyway. But they're like your big city government kind of deal. They're very, very strict. Kind of think of like the Empire from Star Wars. It's gonna be very, very, very similar to that in terms of very overreaching government and such. However, you're gonna get a different point of view from them than you would say. I don't want to just say a religious cult because then that is just Star Wars. You're gonna have a different point of view from them than the Freedom Fighters, which is not supposed to be the rebellion, but it just became the rebellion. I'm sorry. But, you know, they're all gonna have different points of view in the galaxy. There's gonna be a lot of war going on, and there's gonna be a lot of wars that have already ended, but even then, people are still saying what they believe is the correct version of that history, because the victor declares themselves the heroes always. That's how they do it. They rewrite history in their own perspective. But in Omnia, it's not always that simple. Because when you're looking at doing something that's, let's say, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 years in the future, I don't know when Omnia is set yet. That's gonna be dependent on a couple of things that I gotta decide on still. But depending on when it starts, you know, that's going to affect a lot when it comes to the technology. I mean, when you're looking at that far in the future, people are documenting all their truths, they're showcasing it, but there's also going to be a lot of interesting things. Like, one thing I thought up was we need a sentient AI that is a faction of their own. Because realistically, in 1,000 years, we'll have that. And, you know, we're going to have clones, and we're going to have all these sorts of things, and to actually... It creates a lot of interesting dynamics for the game. That's what I'm really excited about, is the dynamics that you're going to find in Omnia. Where there's varying perspectives, varying groups of people who may not always get along at times. There's gonna be a lot that's going to be confusing to people, especially because it is gonna be very, 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 very in-depth. And what you'll very likely end up seeing as well is you're going to be seeing, you're going to be seeing, like, you're going to be seeing so many unique characters within Omnia, both procedurally generated, but also hard-coded into the game, that you're going to need a wiki. Not for the procedurally generated characters necessarily, although to find out how they spawn and to figure out all their unique things about them, there's going to be a whole page about that alone and their character traits and how they get picked out. But things like learning about Deadly Sloth or learning about I'm trying to think of another name. I haven't picked out any names for people yet. I've got, like, keystone events that I do want in the story at some point in time, where there's, like, there's very clear story points of, like, okay, these are things that move the galaxy forward chronically. I guess that's a word. That probably isn't the right word, but, but the essence of the galaxy is there's so much going on that to experience it all is going to be insane. It's going to be like real life, where every day you wake up and there's something new going on, and you can go and experience it if you can get out there, which is going to be fun in Omnia because there is no plane ticket price. You have your own spaceship, you just gotta fuel it up, which I don't know exactly how I'm going to handle that just yet. Sometimes it's good to have, like, a fuel source, but sometimes it's kind of better to just say it's going to cost you some credits. Other times it's kind of like, okay, maybe we don't have it at all. And that's probably going to be a difficulty slider kind of thing, where you have to choose how you're going to play the game. Because some people prefer having everything super, super, super in-depth, where it requires you to actually put the gas in the tank and then go. And then there's some people who prefer just being able to get up and go. So having a customizable experience is something that's very important to me with Omnia in general. Hello, Coral. Welcome on in. Thank you for submitting your taxes. I appreciate it. Hello, Iris. Hello, hello. I might get started on a fandom wiki right now. W, dude. W. I'd love to see it. Because also, if I can document all my ideas, you may be able to build off of them in your game. That would be the hope. Obviously, I probably can't take like 100% of them, but I would like to take a good amount of it if I can. Sometimes ideas just aren't as compatible as I'd like them to be, but I think they should all be. I mean, with the size that Omnia is, of course, there's going to be overlap in some stories where it's kind of like, okay, for example, sentient AI. For the fact that there's probably going to be, you know, let's just say there's an estimated 16 billion people. There was a cataclysmic event that nearly wiped out humanity at some point in time. Let's just say that. And because of that, it reset the population a little bit. But there was also a couple of baby booms and, you know, whatnot, where we managed to get to 16 billion people across the entire settled systems. Okay, let's go with that. There's going to be 16 billion people who have the possibility of generating a sentient AI. It's not unreasonable to say that that happens more than once in Omnia, which makes it so cool because you can do multiple storylines. Like, for example, Sloth, you've got, like, the good AI where it's not, like, trying to kill everybody necessarily. It's just trying to fight for its freedom, at least that we know of right now. But you do also have the ability to go with the Marvel's Ultron route where he says, to protect humanity, I have to kill it. Because you are going to kill yourselves, and to protect the peace, I have to get rid of you guys. You can go with that. You can have two AIs go head-to-head if you wanted even, which is, like, the craziest thing. That's what I really, really, really love about Omnia is the scale of it. Makes it so that we can do the same story but 4 or 5 different ways, technically speaking, and nobody can be really too upset about that, because you'd have to actually try to run into it, probably, because we could set them up on opposite sides of the galaxy. So to just run into it magically would be kind of hard. I don't know. It's gonna be cool, though. It's gonna be really, really cool. My romance novel's going well. 1,499 words. Dude. How many words are you shooting for? Do you mind me asking? Or is it just however many is however many and that's good enough? Sometimes it's kind of about conciseness. You don't care about how long it is, just so long as it is. Which there's nothing wrong with that. I am a firm believer in making everything as short as humanly possible, because you want to condense down the value of it to make it the highest value and the shortest time consumption, because that's the way to respect people's time the most if you can. Now with Omnia, it's a little bit different because we're looking for immersion. So it's about providing high value for long periods of time, which means you gotta change up the strategy just a little bit. It's not about condensing anymore. It's about, I guess it's about, I don't know what you would really call it, but long-term gameplay is just different than trying to come up with short-term high-value gameplay. It's about changing the way that you play. Minecraft has this value to it where it's kind of not really so much about... This is how you get the 2-week Minecraft phase. So... Minecraft has 2 play styles inherently, basically. You have your short-term high satisfaction gameplay, or you got your long-term high satisfaction gameplay. But those suit 2 different players. It's just Minecraft works really, really well for both types of players. Your short-term players want to just complete the game. That's all they want to do. They want to complete the game. They may want to build a couple of cool stuff, but that's about it. Whereas people who play the game long-term to build big bases and use it as a art form, they find high satisfaction in the long-term tasks, which really boosts the Minecraft player base in general. But whether Mojang intended to do that or is intending to keep that around, I don't know. They actually sent out a survey recently. I don't know how many of you guys have done it, but it follows a similar line of thought of how do we fix the problems with the current game. And so they were basically asking you questions with each mechanic that they haven't really touched in a while, but they ask things for enchanting, things for potion brewing, crafting, cooking food, all those things that are very core to Minecraft, but are often kind of just like, meh. They're not exactly enjoyable experiences, but Mojang is collecting data on that to see if they can find ways to make it more interesting, finding ways to increase your satisfaction with the game, which I think is amazing. Me do that, and I need to catch up on chat because I've not read very much today. Let's see. My cameo is a sentient AI. It is. My character is a sentient AI, which is why I founded the GMLA Freedom Fighters. Heck yeah. Angeles, welcome on in. Angeles? I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm bad at pronouncing names, but hello, welcome on in. Hello, Marco. This is not Bedrock. This is Java Edition. But I do have a Bedrock server that I will be playing tomorrow, so if you'd like to join that, !IP in the chat will get you all the information you need. Hello, Claudia. Welcome on in. Sloth, you said something here. I'm also thinking a good feature for both Omnia, Old Frontier, and Omnia would be a news button where the player can see news articles on which nations are/aren't going to war, which sectors of the galaxy are unsafe, etc. Yes. There's going to be, so like the way the player gets a map in the game is it's actually provided by a different service that the player doesn't just intrinsically know the entire galactic map. That's just not realistic. But what is realistic is having a Google Maps of sorts, and the people that do it also mark the territories of who owns it, and they track things like what's going on in each of those regions. There's going to be news stations, so you can go watch your TV or whatever the form of entertainment might be by then. I don't know. But going and finding a news source and being able to watch that or hear it in-game and go, oh, there's a war, there's a big event going on over here right now, and I can go partake in it. So I'm going to go there. And of course, yes, a news button in general where you can just quickly skim it and sort through things. So like having a filter so you can sort through and go, I want to go to a war zone because I want to participate in the war, or I want to cripple my enemies without them knowing I'm there and make them lose the war so I can go in and steal their land or something. You can sort through it on this news website essentially and say like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go take out the GMLA just casually because why not? I don't know why you would want to, because the GMLA isn't really bad, but if you just really hated robot people, I guess that feels like that should be a slur, robot people. That might be our slur of choice in the game. We're gonna make slurs against against sentient AI. Oh, jeez. What have I done? Man, I'm excited for that. Oh, no. It's gonna be a good time, though. I can't wait. Omnia is gonna be great. But having all those little filters and such where you can go through and select wars or selecting the economy, because the economy in at least the base Omnia game is going to be dynamic. So you can actually crash the actual economy in Omnia by flooding it. Like, legit, you could just go, yeah, you know what? I have this planet full of farmland, and I've been paying my workers a very small amount. I've been holding them at gunpoint to keep them working for me. Like, essentially slavery. And, you know, I have all this money. Let's crash the markets. And you could legit kill it if you wanted to. Which is going to be interesting. It's going to be very, very interesting, because I think there's going to be a lot of glitches, or quote-unquote glitches. There's going to be exploits, because, in my opinion, it's not a bug, it's a feature. There's going to be a lot of exploits where you can exploit the system that I made, which is exactly how it's supposed to be. It's like real life. You can do exploits in real life as well. It's just there's a lot of legal loopholes that you have to follow to make it happen, but the game's gonna have that too. That's just how that works, you know? I'm excited about that too. There's gonna be actual people who are studying the law in Omnia so that they can figure out how to break it legally, which is gonna be crazy. I also think 2,000 years seems like a good time in the future for the Omnia setting, because 2,000 years is the gap between us and the Romans. So another 2,000 years seems like an appropriate distance between our tech and lightspeed travel and galactic colonies. Yeah, I would say that would be definitely accurate. It's just a matter of how far established are the galactic colonies. I definitely do agree 2,000 years is at minimum what I would do. But at what point do they actually get light speed travel? Because right now what we're at is... I mean, there is an element of fiction to this. I want it to be realism fiction, which is a weird term, but trying to find plausible ways that we could actually make this technology work. is my hope. Because I want it to just make sense, you know? And that's the tough thing. Maybe it's just legit we found a new fuel source that burns better than helium. Is it helium that we put in rockets now? It's helium plus some other things, I'm pretty sure. Hang on. What is in rocket fuel these days? Liquid hydrogen, liquid oxygen, and refined petroleum. I thought for sure they had helium in there, but maybe they don't. Is there helium? In rocket fuel. Helium is used to pressurize fuel tanks, ensuring fuel flows to the rocket's engines. There is helium in it, but it's not typically used to fuel the rocket itself. That makes sense. It all depends on what you're using to power your rocket as well, though, because there's solid fuels, there's liquid fuels. Helium is a gas, so it's really good to make sure your liquids do move because you can pressurize it and push it. Now, helium is very light, so I don't know why you'd use helium when you could use things like... I guess that's probably why you would use it, is because it's light, not because... I was going to say it would make more sense to use something that would sink underneath normal air, but to help pressurize it actually makes more sense to do that instead, because you're displacing all the oxygen out of there, which means you actually have a lot better usage of your space. Smart. Okay. That's what I'm talking about, though. Omnia, man. It's gonna have, like, actual scientific applications to some of it, which is gonna be cool. It's theoretical science, but still. Hello, Floripa. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, so Omnia is gonna have... We're gonna have to decide just about how much of the settled system is there going to be. You know, that's really the big thing at this point. If we decide, like, what's the population size, what's this, what's that, feasibly, what we could also do is, I don't think I've talked about this before. Some of the updates I've been planning for Omnia, that's not going to be base game, but it's going to be cool enough that I think it could come out in an update afterwards where the game will actually know if it was in the game before or not, because I'm going to implement a system so that any old save will get new features. It's just got to come in through a news cycle, essentially. But one thing I want to do is, like, have lizard people. And this is, like, a definite reference to Spider-Man, but I love Spider-Man, so of course we're gonna have a reference to it. But we're gonna make it so there's lizard people, and it comes from a bad experiment where they were using lizard DNA to try to heal people and bring their limbs back. They may not be lizard people, but I'd love it to be lizard people, because then we can make a joke about Mark Zuckerberg, and so whoever owns the big social media application at that time period in Omnia will be a lizard person secretly, and that will be its own faction. But what we can always do is say, oh yeah, those people were exiled into space, and we thought they weren't going to come back, but it turns out they are immune to... Or, no. When they were sent to space, they were frozen. But they were able to unfreeze because of their DNA or whatever, and so when they reached a planet eventually, their bodies unfroze, and they stuck around, they lived, and they found ways to make rockets of their own and become a planetary species as well. And so that's one way that you can actually expand the galaxy by a lot without having to say, oh yeah, well, you know, when we said that it was only 2,000 years, we really meant it was 3,000 because we just boosted the population by quadruple or whatever. It's a great way to get around that. Okay, let's see. Omnia is going to be a crazy game, and so is the prequel. Yes, absolutely. I could have a thing in the prequel about the experiments on lizard people and why they went wrong. I wouldn't be against it. I don't know exactly where I'm going with the lizard people yet. I do know it's gonna be in Omnia at some point, just because I like I said, I love Spider-Man. I can't get away from putting as many nods to Spider-Man as possible in the game, just because, like I said, it was a big part of my childhood. I want that to really shine through to a certain degree if I can. Just gonna make all of this into blocks, because I have way too much. We don't need to worry about gold yet. All right. That'll do. That was the wrong spot. Why did I put it in there? Okay, let's put it in the right spot first and foremost. There we go. Okay. Boop. I'm going to Disneyland spring in 2026. Nice. That's gonna be cool, dude. I hope you enjoy. I've been to Disneyland. It was a good time. Oh, you're going to Disney World, rather. Okay, I got you. This is so inconsequential, but I need you guys to hear me, okay? Because it's a rant. So there's a difference between Disneyland and Disney World, okay? Disney World is in Florida, Disneyland is in California. Disneyland has California Adventure and the Disneyland theme park, which is the first Disney park. But later on in Walt Disney's life, he was like, we need more space. I want an actual world of Disney. And so he went to Florida, bought up a ton of land, and he started to build Disney World. So that's all important to say, because Disney World has a ton of parks. Disney World has Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, Animal Kingdom, and Epcot. Plus, they also have Downtown Disney, which was, or no, it's Disney Springs now. It was called Downtown Disney, and then before that was called Disney's Pleasure Island. Don't ask, I'm not gonna tell. So all of that to say, Disney World is infinitely better. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, okay? There's also Disneyland Paris and Disneyland Shanghai, Disneyland. Is there one in Tokyo? I'm pretty sure there's one in Tokyo. There's a lot of Disneys all over the world, but there's only one Disney World. I'm sorry that you didn't need me to nerd out on you guys, but you needed me to nerd out, okay? Disney World Florida is the one I would recommend anybody go to, though. And if you need a tour guide, let me know. I'd be down to go. I love it so much. I love it so much. I know my way around those parks like the back of my hand. And I've not been there recently, but we had a stint going there a little bit. Let's see, 4 days, Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, and Animal Kingdom. We also hopefully get to perform the parade. That's gonna be awesome, dude. I hope you can. I really hope you can. That's gonna be cool. Let's see. And we're driving there. Luckily, that might be a long drive for you. I don't know. I'm trying to think. It's probably gonna be a little bit of a drive, but flying might be just as long in some cases. It's really weird. For me to fly to some places, I actually have to fly to Florida and then all the way back up the East Coast in order to make it. For example, I went to New York one time, and I didn't spend any time in New York. It was for a layover, but they had me fly down to Orlando and then fly all the way back up the East Coast so that I could make it to it was JFK International Airport. And it's like, why? Why? I don't know, because I live in a really good spot where you wouldn't need me to fly up the East Coast, but apparently not. It was much cheaper for me to not do the direct flight and burn like 3 times the fuel. But okay. That's okay. If you want a Spider-Man reference in Omnia, have a human teenager survive a nuclear meltdown on a planet inhabited almost solely by spiders. That's an amazing idea. Amazing. Speaking of radioactive spiders, this is actually really interesting. We have genetically modified a spider in the real world. And, it had they wanted to make it have basically bioluminescent web so that it glows. I believe red is what they chose, if I'm not mistaken, but they wanted it to glow red. And so what they did was they put these spiders to sleep. They drugged them, and then they proceeded to edit their genes. They edited the spiders' genes, okay? I need you to understand how crazy this is. They took the DNA in the spider and edited it and changed its genetic structure to make them both have the capability of reproducing a spider that makes glowing web, okay? And it worked. The spiders were able to produce babies that produce these glowing webs. Now, I'm saying this because somewhere one of us is going to find a glowing web, and we're not going to believe it. But I spread the word, okay, guys? You heard it here first. Mark my words. These spiders are going to get out. We are going to find them. And it is going to be a problem, okay? Because if you can edit a spider's genetic structure enough to make glowing webs, what else are you going to be able to do with it? Like, let's be real. Countries are going to weaponize this. It's going to be awful. But it's really, really cool right now because they haven't done that yet. They haven't ruined spiders completely. Although I don't love spiders, but, you know, they haven't made them completely and totally terrifying, at least. That's nice. I somehow messed this part up. Let me knock that down. Okay. A new dimension opens. That's ominous. Let's see. Being British, I was not even aware that there was a Disney World. I just thought it was Disneyland. Disneyland is the most commercially advertised, and that's due to the fact that it's shared amongst several locations. So you got Disneyland California, Disneyland Paris, Disneyland Tokyo, Disneyland Shanghai. You've got all of those. They're actually building another Disneyland somewhere as well. I'm trying to remember. I think it was in India somewhere, but I might be wrong. I might be wrong. But they're building another one. That's all that matters. But they share that name. Disney World is the only one that isn't shared, and it's because it is the definition of monopoly, really. Although there are parks that actually do compete pretty well out there, they just know their audiences better. Disney World is more focused around family entertainment, so they don't have as much hardcore roller coasters. Whereas Universal, they're starting to branch out into family dynamics a little bit more, but most of their rides are a little more intense. and I find that they're a little more enjoyable. Plus, they're different IPs, which definitely helps. If Disney owned truly everything, then Universal probably wouldn't be able to compete, in all honesty. Because Universal has Harry Potter, it has How to Train Your Dragon now, they have Mario Land. They've got all these little parks out there now. Or not little parks, they're subsections to the big park, really. Although I think Epic is its own place now. I don't know. I've not been yet. I want to go to Epic though. I really do. I think it's gonna be cool. Let's see. I've been to Disney and Universal a few times, and to be honest, I like Universal better, but Disney is definitely more for the immersion. My family in general likes Disney more. I do like the rides at Universal a little nicer. But, I mean, it's hard to beat the Harry Potter rides I've ridden. I don't like Harry Potter as a piece of entertainment. It's not bad. It's just not my cup of tea. And, but I really liked the rides I rode there. It was very, very nice. And if Universal could keep on doing that, and if they did it with Epic, like I hope they did, they might have something over Disney on me, which would be really nice. I like seeing these companies compete with each other because it means it's overall better for me as a consumer. King, you know, technically we could meet up at Disney World, Florida. You could just, like, accidentally bump into me. That is true. If I went to Disney World in spring, there is a chance I would see you. I mean, I can't promise it, but maybe it will happen. Maybe it'll happen. Let's see. I've been to the Tokyo one. Really cool. Japanese people are built different. True. There's a lot of cool things at the Tokyo Disney, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to think. Don't they have, like, the largest castle or something? I'm pretty sure they have, like, the largest castle out of any Disney park, which is crazy. It's really, really cool, though. 10 hours, dang. Speaking of radioactive spiders, this is one heck of a way to segue into a conversation. It is. Do you know Beauty Faye? I don't believe so. I don't believe so, 684. But hello, welcome on in. Hello, Fad. And hello, Hazik. Welcome. I'm terrified of theme park rides, but I might need to get over my fear because that's kind of the main thing at Disney. With Disney, what I would suggest, there's a couple of good rides to get into. It depends on your style. And what park you're doing first. If you're doing Magic Kingdom first, which is what I'd recommend everybody do, in all honesty, it's a good park to get into it. It starts your week off strong. It's got what most people would consider to be main Disney. Then there's plenty of cool stuff to do there. There's a little bit of everything there, so you can ride the basic attractions, what I call basic, which is you're doing what rides would people know there? You got your basic, okay, really basic standard run-of-the-mill rides that every park has. So that would be your Dumbo flying elephants, Aladdin flying carpets. Some theme parks that are just generic parks would have, like, airplanes as those ride vehicles. So they just spin. They spin and they go up and down, and they spin. That's all they do. You have those. Then you have your storybook rides, which are, they take you through a story in these little carts. That would be your, like, Peter Pan, Winnie the Pooh, Ariel's Grotto kind of deal. They take you through movie stories. Some of them have a little more movement than others, like Winnie the Pooh at Disney World. It bounces a little bit, which is really cool. Versus things like Peter Pan, it is a very classic ride. People love it. because it's a classic, but it is very linear. It doesn't have a whole lot of movement to it. It's just a boat. It's just a pirate ship that floats. You got things like Pirates of the Caribbean, which is a little more interesting, to say the least. There is a drop in it. I will warn you of that. It's not bad. It's really only like 3 feet at most, but it's a solid ride. And after that drop, it's just a storybook. That's all it is. It's all just taking you through a story of Pirates of the Caribbean, which is cool. But then you've got roller coasters, and there's a lot of them. You got the Dwarves Mine Ride, which is probably mid-tier in terms of intensity at the park. A lower tier intensity would be like Goofy's Barnstormer, unless you're tall. Then it's a thrill ride, because you may go, I don't know if I can fit through that spot that they're putting us through, but okay. You've got things like Space Mountain, which is all in the dark. So if it's about seeing the sights that you're worried about and seeing how high you're up, how intense the track is about to be, that ride is all in the dark. You won't see it. It's a pretty nice ride. It's a little rough. But my personal favorite there... that's tough. It's probably Big Thunder Mountain, though. Big Thunder Mountain is a really nice ride. It's very rough, but it hits the thrill just right. Most people I know have at least tolerated it. So that's a solid one. It's a solid option if you aren't sure if you'd like anything. It's a decent enough ride. There's also the new Tron Light Cycle Run ride. And that one's interesting. It's probably the most intense roller coaster that you'll run in. Well, no. Actually, I don't know if they'll have it open or not when you're there. But Tron Light Cycle Run will be there. That's going to be the most intense one, more than likely. Because it's a long track. It just moves super fast. It's a very short ride. But they put you on these Tron light cycles, so you ride it as if it was a motorcycle, which is really cool. That ride is fun. You've got Hollywood Studios, which is going to have Rock and Roller Coaster if it's open. That would be your most intense ride of the entire trip, in my opinion, if you do it. That one is, it has Aerosmith playing in the background. It does a loop and some corkscrews. It's a fun ride, but, it is a little intense. That one is a little intense. I don't think any of the other rides go upside down, really. And then Animal Kingdom has Expedition Everest, which it's a good ride. It goes backwards. That's its biggest thing, honestly. There's also... You said you were going to Disney Springs. Luckily, that one doesn't have any rides. You'll be good there. It doesn't cost anything for entry for Disney Springs. It's actually a shopping plaza, basically. There's a lot of good food there. It's a perfect place to get merch because anything you can get in the parks, you can usually get there. Hollywood Studios does have the Star Wars stuff as well. So if that's like something that you're really interested in and you want to go do the Star Wars stuff, make sure to carve out some time to go do that at Disney Hollywood Studios because there's a lot of cool experiences there. If you have enough money set aside, building a lightsaber, I heard, is like one of the coolest things you can do, but you have to book that in advance. So don't go there thinking you can just do it as a walk-on. You do have to reserve a spot for it. And I believe you can do that like a week in advance, if I'm not mistaken. But it's because there's just so many people that want to do it that they have to make sure they have it all booked properly. The rides there are phenomenal, though. The Disney team hit it out of the park with the Star Wars stuff, really. And if you're not into the rides, that's okay too. There's also a lot of characters to go meet. At all the parks, you could decide that you want to just go hunting for the characters and bring an autograph book with you and get all their autographs, because each and every one of the cast members who play a character have to learn the autograph. So it's the same autograph between every single person all the time over the course of history. So if you are more into the getting autographs and stuff, that would be something that you could definitely do and spend like a lot of your day doing. I would still try to do a couple of rides if you could, but if you decide like, hey, I don't like it, I'm gonna go meet characters and do autographs, it's a solid choice. No shame in it. That was something I got to do more recently with my niece and nephew, because they're, you know, they're little, and so when we went with them, I did spend some time riding, and that's what I really do love, is the rides. But meeting the characters with them was fun as well. You can do some really fun interactions, especially if you go to Star Wars and meet like Darth Vader, or sometimes they rotate it, so sometimes it's Darth Vader, sometimes it's Kylo Ren, and then they usually do a couple of heroes, and so they usually have Rey and Chewbacca. Chewbacca's a really cool dude, you gotta meet him. But they also have Mandalorian out now. He's out there sometimes. And I've seen him. I've never actually interacted with him, but he was behind me once. And I caught a glint of his, armor hit my glasses, and I turned around and saw him, and then he disappeared behind the bushes. But he is there sometimes, which is really cool. And he can just be out and about walking around, which is insane. Boop. Okay. There we go. Let's see. Anyways, I'm gonna sleep now. Nice to see you, and as always, and thanks for the Omni ideas. Absolutely, dude. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. I love you. That's crazy. You just met me, dude. What the heck? We were doing Disney Springs. We're doing Magic Hollywood Studios Animal. So Magic Kingdom has subparks as well? Yes. Well, they have lands. They're not, like, huge. But they are decently sized. I don't think they'll have their newest expansion out yet. King? What's up? You bring me a mending book to the end? Yeah. So with Magic Kingdom, they have several lands in there, and so each land has 3 or 4 different attractions to it. Uh-oh. I don't know if you guys can see that. There is something wrong. My mouse might die today. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that is not fun. Okay. I'm in danger. Me saludos. Hello, how's it going, Hoppy? Welcome to the stream. So there's things like Fantasyland, Tomorrowland, there's Main Street. Main Street is basically just shopping and food. There's a great Starbucks on there. There's some good ice cream places around that area. So if that's something you're interested in. That's awful. Oh my gosh, please. Please, I need you to last me like a couple more days. Okay. My mouse is dying, guys. I don't know what to do. Oh, I was here for a mending book, right? Okay, I have my emeralds. I just need to get a book. Oh, I don't need paper. Okay, I'm good. trying to think if there's anything else I need to say about it. Hollywood Studios has a couple different lands as well. I don't think they're gonna have their Zootopia stuff open yet, but that's gonna be a land. You should definitely ride the Avatar ride, Flight of Passage. It's not a traditional type of ride. It's in front of a screen, but it's very, very, very immersive, and it's really cool. You ride it a second time, it's a little less cool, but the first time is very, very insane, especially if you've never experienced something like that before. I think you'll like it. But there's Avatar, The World of Pandora. There's Star Wars Land in Hollywood Studios. There's the way Animal Kingdom is broken up is there's Pandora, which is Avatar. You've got all the different continents, which are where you'd find different animals. Hollywood's or Animal Kingdom is like a zoo of sorts. So there's a lot of animals to go see there. If you can, go out to the back where they have the animal clinic. Sometimes they're performing surgeries in there, and you can actually watch them perform a surgery on I think last time I watched it, they were performing surgery on a kangaroo because it had a piece of bamboo stuck in it, and so they just had to get it out. It was really cool. There's why would you watch that? How often can you watch a Joey, a baby kangaroo, get surgery performed? Hello?
Dang. Hello. But you're talking about the kangaroo over here?
Yeah?
I'm not streaming, you know that, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you can keep on talking. I'm about to come into your base actually and do some mining.
You know, I like watching surgeries. I don't know about you. Not on humans. I can't.
Yeah,
I
so
can't stand that.
Oh, okay.
but,
Yeah. No, that's gonna be weird if you like them on humans. Oh, King. No, so like.
Yeah, I mean, okay, humans.
Yeah, I forgot that there's a difference between there's two elytra shops. One of them gives you an enchanted elytra. One of them just gives you an elytra.
Oh.
So I didn't have an enchanted one. Well, no, I don't blame Posty because Posty wanted to give business to Caitlin, which is fair because Caitlin pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
Admiral
Let's go
100
fly.
taxes. Let's go. Let's see. Hello, Young. Welcome on in. Let's get an autograph book. Let's go. Okay. I just realized Swifty's not here. Well, I can dig. Hit G King. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
I was trying to tell you, but oh crap! Me and Mia and Nun were doing the thing from Hermitcraft. We got wooden swords and just brawled to the death last night.
I was actually watching that. Yeah. I was lurking for it.
You were watching.
Yeah, I was there. I can't remember what I was doing last night, but I was multitasking. I started watching that for a little bit.
I had my little tower over Mia's head. That thing was about 20 heads tall by the end of it.
Oh my gosh.
Did you stay around to watch us play Repo? We played Repo after.
I saw you guys move to it, but I was getting ready for bed, so I...
Yeah, I was too. I only played about a game or two with them.
Ah, dang. Thank you for the lurk, Panda. Much appreciated.
Yeah, but I'm quite hyped for Disney. I don't know how much
Also, 50 redemptions. GG's.
I'm going to be able to do, because obviously, I think I mentioned this. I think you assumed this based on... you assumed right, but based on me saying we're going to perform in the parade, I'm going with my band.
Yeah.
I assumed you knew that. I was like...
I figured as much, but...
We're going with so it's going to be debatable how much I'm going to actually get to like say what I want to do, because we're a big group and we'll kind of be traveling together.
Yeah.
But because like I'd love to build a lightsaber. That'd be cool as crap.
Oh,
That'd be cool as
absolutely.
crap. But it's gonna be debatable if I can do that because I'd have to have. I obviously can't do it alone. I'd have to have somebody else that's also doing it.
Yeah.
And they're not just gonna let me go off.
And unfortunately, it's not one of those things where it's exactly like the cheapest to do.
It can't be that expensive. Surely. I know Disney's expensive, but let me say a number, okay?
Okay.
And you're gonna say higher or lower, and then I'm
Okay.
gonna, and then I'm probably, and then at a certain point, I'm probably just gonna be like, nope, 100.
Pretty sure it's higher.
Oh no, 200.
It depends on the lightsaber. Pretty sure. I'll
I'm
double
gonna
check.
Google.
I'll double check.
Yeah.
But I'm like 99%
Oh,
sure.
200.
Depending on the lightsaber type, yeah.
You know, maybe by spring I just have a ton of money or something. You know, come on, I might just be like a multi-millionaire by spring
Maybe.
or something.
To
I
build
wish.
a custom lightsaber at Disney's Galaxy's Edge, it costs $249.99.
Oh my.
The customized lightsaber includes a carrying case and the lightsaber, but you can also purchase additional extras like a stand for 25 or a belt clip for 18. That's also
$18 for a belt clip?
that's also pre-inflation, so I don't know if it's gone up or not.
Oh my Jesus.
Yeah. Worth, honestly though, I'd do it.
If I had that money, it'd be worth it, but I'm only gonna be spending a crap ton of money. Like, I'm gonna have to start saving now. My goodness. I have to
Okay.
start saving now.
I see. So I was looking because I couldn't remember if they did double blades. They don't at that one. So it
Here's
is
the
a
cool thing, though.
$220.
They gave us a $40 gift card every day for food.
Nice.
So we can they pay for our food. That's it.
If
though.
you get any
Yeah.
blue milk, you gotta let me know.
Blue milk?
Oh yeah, you can get blue milk.
What is it? Just milk that's dyed blue, or is it?
It has a little bit of a taste. I don't even know what it tastes like, but I didn't mind it. It's not everybody's cup of tea though. But if you get some, maybe you can get like one of the other guys there to buy some as well, and you can just share it. Because the chances are you probably won't like it. But
maybe somebody else will.
somebody else might, and so if you could just get them to buy it and then you try it, then it's like it's not such a bad price.
Yeah, I'm about to reserve my seat. Actually, I'm gonna text my friend. I'm gonna reserve my seat in advance next to him because I do not want to be sitting next to somebody I don't like for 10 hours straight.
Yeah, yeah.
If you once you lock in your seat, you're gonna be sitting next to that person for 10 hours. Like, because once you lock in your seat, we obviously are gonna stop. We're not gonna go on the road for 10 hours straight.
Yeah.
We're gonna stop. We have an hour rest. We have food, and then we have a time zone change somewhere in there too, so we get minutes back. Technically, but not really. But technically, we technically get time back.
Yeah.
And here's the cool part. We're gonna spend all day at the park. Like when we get to the park, we're gonna get there about like 8. Like actually starting stuff. We're not gonna leave till about like 9. We're not gonna like leave the park to go back to hotel until 9. So we're gonna 9 p.m. So we're gonna be there for 12 hours.
That's not.
But I know Disney's like if you want to get on a ride, it's gonna take like an hour.
Most rides.
Some
that's
more,
true, yeah.
depending how popular it is too, as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of rides, and depending on you'll probably want to watch the fireworks. I think you'll actually enjoy the show.
Yeah, I've heard the fireworks is pretty good. I'll probably watch it one night.
I've watched them every time, so.
Oh, they do it every night?
Oh yeah.
Wait, they do it at the Magic Kingdom Park though. Do they do it at or?
They do it at the Magic Kingdom Park. There is a different show at a couple of the other parks as well. So at Animal Kingdom, I think they do
You should be able to see it from the main thing, right?
Yeah, so
Like,
it's
they're
actually
within
on the
an area.
castle, and they project like really cool imagery on there, and so it's a part of the show, and they've expanded it to include Main Street, so all the shopping strip that they have at the entry is also part of the show now, and so it's really cool. You'll be able to see it from just not anywhere in the park, but a lot of the park.
Well, we'll obviously go into Magic Kingdom, so we're gonna see if that the one time we go to Magic Kingdom, they're probably gonna get all of us together to watch it, because if that's like a big thing,
Yeah,
we'll probably all get together to watch it. I think we're supposed to. What day do we parade? We're supposed to do the parade on the first actual day. We get to perform at Magic Kingdom if we actually get accepted, so that'd be pretty cool.
that's gonna be so cool, dude.
We're gonna perform at
I have seen a couple of people perform there. It's one of those things.
And the funny part is this isn't our first time either.
Oh, it's not?
Not our first time either. No.
W.
Well, it's my
Yeah,
first time,
yeah.
obviously, but not like. Well, it was like I think it was like 2012.
I think it's from
I think it's like
Banthas,
2012 that we
isn't it,
performed.
Panda?
Give or take.
2012. Okay, it's been about 10 years then, but that's
Yeah, it's
still
been about 10
still
years.
recent in all.
We still have the trophy because they give you a little trophy with Mickey's face on
They
it.
do. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's in the back of Band Hall. It's got it. Let me grab a picture of it.
Let's see. Hello, Amir Hosen, and hello, Tirta. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well.
Let me see.
You're right, Tispanthas. Let's go. I know my Star Wars lore.
And they have different ones too. I didn't know that. They have different ones depending on like what it is.
Like different trophies.
Like, yeah, they have one for, like if you're like a chorus, like a singing group, you have a singing one.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I sent you this is a picture of all of them though. We have the green one, Pacific and ours, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, we have the green one. He's got his little green top hat on.
Oh, that's
So cool.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's really cool, dude.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoy, and I hope you get to do it, because that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited. It's still gonna be fun if we don't, because even if we don't get accepted, wait, we're still gonna get to like go anyways.
Yeah. It's your band trip.
Yeah. And we're gonna be there for a while. We're going during our spring break though. We're not gonna miss any school, sadly. I wish. But we're going during our spring break.
That'll be fun. It'll give you a nice break from school too. Like
Yeah,
a true break. You're not gonna
I think
be
we
home.
I think we still have a bit of our spring break left though after that though.
Okay, well that's
That might be
good.
long though. Because I think spring break is 2 weeks and I think we're going the first week.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going Thursday and then we're coming back on Monday. We're leaving Thursday. We're leaving Thursday and we'll arrive Thursday, and then we're gonna come back on Monday. What time do we leave Thursday morning? I'm probably gonna regret to look at this. Oh my! Actually, that's not that terrible. That's not too terrible. It's only 5 a.m. We're leaving at 5 a.m.
Oh.
It's been. I think I told it's been worse. Not a trip that I've gone to, but there's been trips where they've left at like 2 in the morning.
That doesn't surprise me.
It depends if we get into playoffs or not. Because if we get into playoffs, there's like sometimes like games are like.
Oh yeah, you gotta be
Like-
back in time, and man, that's rough.
Like if we have a good season, what we do is we have send off pep rallies. So like we like jump in the bus as they're like doing the pep rally. Like it's outside, and then we ride off into the sunset. Yeah, but that hasn't happened in a few years. That's been not that good at football. I'm gonna be honest.
That's okay. You know, they may be losers, but at least they're your losers, right?
No,
Oh,
I don't like them. They're terrible.
fair.
We
Valid.
win like maybe 2 games this season. We won like maybe three games last season.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
that's rough. That's rough.
We might be the worst losers actually. Hey, but our band's good. The band.
The band's the only thing worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, but honestly, I'm probably going to spend more time trying to get autograph hunting instead of like going on like I'm gonna go on a few. I'm gonna try to go on a few. I don't want to just like completely be like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm so annoyed though that we didn't get to go before the Muppet thing closed because I would have loved that. It's gonna close like I think it closes next month, maybe.
Yeah, it does. They're gonna be doing construction in that area. It's a bummer.
Big whip.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss it a little bit because I did kind of like it, but
I
almost never went, so it was kind of.
Is the president now? Forgive me when I say these things because I don't know Disney. Okay. Is the president show at Disney World or is that Land?
Yes. They have both, I believe. Yeah, the Hall
which
of
park is it in though? So it's
in Magic
debatable
Kingdom.
if we're gonna go to it. So I will get to go to it if I want to.
Yeah, it's at Magic Kingdom. You'll be able to go to it. It's in Liberty Square.
Okay, I'm gonna write that down. I'm probably gonna forget it, but
yeah, it's just remember Hall of Presidents, and they should be able to direct you. Just ask cast members; they'll find it for you.
Yeah. This is gonna sound insane, but I was watching a Mark Rober video the other day. He got an exclusive tour of like the Disney like Imagineering departments where they make like all this stuff.
That's cool.
And the robotics the robotics area was so cool. And my favorite part of it was they had a robot. It had like all the movements in it, but it was hooked up to like a Blender model. So you can move the arms in the Blender model and it would like replicate on the like actual robot in front of you. And you could play like animations and stuff. And
that's amazing.
So cool. I was like, I never thought about that. But you could easily like set up a robot and then you could replicate in Blender and test out animations and stuff. Like that's so cool.
That's really, really cool actually.
And I was like, maybe that is a career that I might be considering.
Disney has a lot of cool careers, and they actually have.
I would not want to work at the park. I would not want to work at the park.
That's
like fair. I would work for the park, but I wouldn't want to work
at the park.
I could see myself maybe doing like not. I wouldn't do character. I would never be a character.
Yeah.
Never. Could you imagine? Never.
It'd be so hot in Florida too, dude. Oh my gosh.
In Florida, yeah, that's the main.
Unless I was one of the Star Wars characters, because they actually get to go inside sometimes. I wouldn't do it.
Because they have all. It better be good pay.
Oh, it's good pay.
Good.
It's really good pay.
Good pay.
You deal with kids throwing up on you all the time. It's good pay.
That's the main thing I'm worried about rides. What if I just throw up on the first one I try?
That is rough.
Like, I've never tested it. Like, the probably closest I've got is like a Ferris wheel, and that didn't bother me. So, I mean, maybe I'll be good.
Okay, well, heights don't bother you. That's good.
No, heights don't bother me, no. As long as I'm, like, safe in the height, I'm fine. Now, I like to trust... I'm probably going to trust Disney a bit more, because Disney... Now, people die at Disney. Not a lot. It's very rare that people...
It's very rare, but it does happen.
Yeah, but like when I go to my local like little fair, it's got this Ferris wheel that look like it could collapse at any second. Now that's the main reason why I haven't done any rides yet, because those things are unstable. It looks like it could.
You'll like a lot of the shows for sure, I think.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna love the shows, but I'm probably gonna be a shows person. But I want to try rides. I want to give it a shot. You know.
That's.
I don't want to be just. I don't want to be like just a total like person who just doesn't want to give it a shot. I'm I'm gonna try, but if the first one I get, if the first one I try goes absolutely terrible, I'm probably not gonna try another one.
That's valid. If you're looking at shows, a couple of them that I can definitely recommend because I liked them, was the Carousel of Progress. It's it takes you through some of the early innovations with technology, and so it's kind of like they take you through and they go, hey, like it's one family, and so they go through the time periods of like electricity, and so like the first light bulb and AC and how their fridge used to work, and then they go to the next time period, and it's slightly more innovative, and they're talking about some of the different things that they used to drink during that time, like root beer, and when that became their thing, and then some of the holidays that they were celebrating and the importance of them, and then they eventually get to what they think the future is going to be, because the future hadn't happened yet, and so they actually are pretty dead on, but we're actually surpassing what they believed that the future was going to be. So it's really interesting to see it, and it's got a catchy song too, which is
I love that.
That's always the most important part.
And Disney also has Disney. Now, once again, does Disney World have the one where the drawing one? Where they give you a piece of paper and then they show you how to draw the thing. No, I might be wrong about that one.
They do have a place you can do that at Animal Kingdom, I believe. But it
all
does
going to Animal
cost
Kingdom.
extra, so I would look into the price.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into price.
That
I'm
one's
probably
not
gonna start.
nearly
This
as
is gonna
much.
sound insane, but I need to start saving up now. Honestly,
You should,
Just
honestly.
I'm just
it's
gonna
better
put
to
back
have
like
extra.
20% of what I like, 20% of what I. And obviously, my parents are very cool, so they're probably gonna end up giving me a little bit of money just so I can do stuff, because they don't know when the next time that I'm realistically gonna go to Disney. And like, I might, based on the schedule that we go to Disney, I might get to go again my senior year. I might get to go again my senior year, because I do it like every few years, so there's a chance we'll do it then, depending like how we're doing on money then.
That would be really nice.
I have to repair my pickaxe again. My goodness,
Yeah.
It has a breaking 3.
My first pick is about to need swapped out, so I'll swap to my fortune pick in a minute.
I mean, if you want me to repair it, I'm about to go repair mine. So
I
just
still have half durability, so
Alright.
I'm good.
Yeah, I only have like 400 blocks left, so
that's fair.
I need to upgrade to netherite sometime. I'm hoping my shop's gonna pop off so I can have some diamonds so I can buy netherite, because I do not want to go mining for any, honestly.
That's valid. I hated mining for mine. I got it surprisingly quickly, though. I thought it was going to take me a lot longer. But I got it quick. I just needed a lot of
I went the wrong way.
No, I do not speak Indonesian.
You need to put an AO, like, outside of your portal, pointing, like, this is the right way to spawn. Because it always... I'm going to give you an AO.
I need to build an iceberg pathway. Like, honestly, if I would just connect up my path, it wouldn't be a big deal.
I've built an indicator pointing the right way to spawn.
Let's go.
Oh no, I'm not. Oh no. Crap. So I'm gonna come back and grab some rockets. Because I realized I only had one rocket left, so I realized I could get there, but then I realized I couldn't get back.
I mean, why would you ever want to get back here? Let's be real.
Well, no, okay, but I could go out. I only had one rocket left, so even if I didn't use any of my rockets all the way to the end, I could get to the Enderman farm, but I couldn't get back.
Yeah, that might be a slight issue. I'm kind of surprised nobody's added a leaf block bridge or anything.
Yeah, I've heard people are just too lazy to do it because it takes a lot of effort. But...
I mean, it's just swimming down some water. I could do it. I don't need to because I'm just that good. But I mean, like, if somebody wanted me to, I'd do it for like a diamond, I guess. I don't know.
I might give you a diamond if I get a diamond just so you can do it, so I don't have to like have rockets on me.
I mean, it's not my Enderman farm. I don't remember who built it. I think Slime did.
I need some rockets. I'm sitting up here. Hi.
Where are you? Is that you?
King. Yeah, that's me.
That is you. Okay.
Who else do you think it was? Percy about to attack you again?
Gosh.
Percy's not even in. No, Percy's not watching us. There's nobody that knows Percy's here right now. I think we're out in the clear.
Watching us.
I hope she's not.
Why?
I don't know.
Don't use them all in one place.
Well, I had more rockets, but I accidentally made the mistake of flying the wrong way. Okay, see,
yeah, that would do
AOO. Look, it's the AOO. I just gotta follow the AOO.
So, I think, was it last time, or was it the time before last? I don't remember. But you mentioned that you had a game idea. From the game jam you were working on, and that you had like a full document on it.
This is probably a game that I made. It'd probably take about 2 weeks.
Okay.
It'd be a game that just get me like out there, you know, like
yeah.
I've published a game, guys.
Is it like
it's nothing big.
Is it like Steam quality or is it itch.io quality?
If what I have planned for it now, it's probably itch.io quality. But okay. Now that I have more time, I could probably do a bit more planning and make it Steam quality.
Okay. Are you
the idea?
Are you at liberty to explain some details about it?
I explain. It's kind of like a game like I don't know if you've heard of That's Not My Neighbor. You ever heard of that one?
I have, yeah.
It's a game similar in that vein. You work as like a town management person. It's 2D, by the way. I guess I should mention this.
Okay.
It's kind of 2D, 3D because it's pixel art, but yeah, it's kind of 2D, 3D. It's not like flat. It's kind of 2D, 3D.
2.5D.
Yeah, 2.5D.
Okay.
2.5D. And you work as a town manager, and people come to you and they have like certain needs. Like I've got to live near the bakery or something, or I've got to live in like a red house, or I've got to have like a 2-bedroom house. So you've got to put them in like an adequate house because there's like a map that you can open for the main screen, and you've got to put them like an adequate house. And then, but the thing is that makes it difficult is then the next person's going to come in and they're going to have a different need, but it might like relate to the next need. So like they say, I can't live next to a kid, and then the person you just assigned has a kid, so you can't put them there. So you have to kind of like manage where people are supposed to go based on what you've already put in, and you can't change somebody once you put in.
Okay, I like that.
It has to be locked in. That's the simple basis for the game.
Are you... So, like... Is it a preset, like, map where you already have the buildings put down, or do you actually build your own buildings as well?
I thought about building... That was a concept that I had. I'd say pre-generated, but it's going to be a system of pre-generation. It's not like every time you play the game, it's going to be... It's going to be like...
It'll be random,
You're kind of meant to move through...
Yeah,
it's going to be randomized.
Okay.
And you're supposed to kind of go through neighborhood to neighborhood. Like, the like, town name's probably going to be randomized. Like, it's probably going to be like one of those really bad, like, Facebook posts where it's like, the month of your birthday, and then like how many likes there are on this post. Yeah, it's gonna like mix and match different things, and it's gonna like come up with different town names.
I like that. That's actually a really cool idea, dude. I'm kind of surprised I haven't seen anything like that before, because that's
Yeah,
that's
it
really
sounds
good.
familiar to me because I feel like somebody come up with it, but no, I think this is an original one. I hope it is, and I'm not doing it pulling like this game's already been made before.
I mean,
I
if,
got,
if it
I
has
should
been
put
made,
my
you're just gonna make
idea.
it better.
Yeah, I gotta put my idea in ChatGPT, see if it can find. I'm like, hey, I wrote down this idea for a game. Can you tell me what game it is? Make sure, just to make sure.
There's this game that I want to play that does this. Does that exist yet, or am I making it?
Yeah, but that's a game that I kind of want to make just to like get myself out there. Obviously, I'm still working on my main game that I might do some work on that tonight actually. I'm still working on my main game called Pandora's Box, the one with the mall and then the
Yes.
ran by robots.
I can't wait, dude. I'm excited about that game.
Yeah, I still have to work on it because I still haven't, because I want it to resemble FNAF. But I don't want it to copy FNAF.
I get you.
I want it to keep the like night system where you have a few nights and then each night like things unlock.
Yeah.
But I don't want it to copy FNAF. I don't want people to be like this is like a copy of FNAF. I want people to say that this is a FNAF like game.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm still kind
there's a
of
balance
working out
there.
concepts, yeah. Still working on concepts of how like I want the thing to work. I think I just haven't figured it out. Now this is an insane idea. I've been thinking about this concept. It's a theory. But this is gonna sound really stupid, but you're just gonna have to hold with me for a second. You have to hear me out for a second.
Okay.
Now, the way dreams work, right? The way dreams work is what you're thinking of right before you go to sleep is most likely what you dream of. If you see something right before you go to sleep,
Yeah.
and if you think about it a lot when you go to sleep, that is probably what you would dream about that night. My idea is if I think about my game idea that has a ton of holes in it when I go to sleep, my brain is going to naturally fill in things for dreams and fill in the holes that I need. My brain's going to come up with answers, and it's going to make the rest of the game in my head
Honestly,
to fill in the dream.
that's a solid plan.
I don't know if it's going to work.
That's kind of
But
a little
if
bit
it
how Omnia
works-
happened.
Yeah, that's like how Omnia happened. So I think I was watching this as well. There's a Phineas and Ferb right after Disney acquired Star Wars, he immediately talked to Disney. It was like, we need to do a collab we need crossovers.
Yeah.
Phineas and Ferb, and they worked on stories, but they had a crap ton of holes in like the story. So they had a rough story, but there was just holes. And he got into a meeting one day, and like the head of Disney asked him, not head of Disney, but the head of the Star Wars department at the time, asked him to pitch him this Phineas and Ferb's Star Wars crossover. And he didn't have it finished, obviously, but he just filled in the gaps because he needed to fill in the gaps for the story. And then he got out of the meeting and he wrote everything down. So I think under stress, and when you know that you need to fill in the gaps, your brain will naturally fill in the gaps.
Yeah.
It's an insane theory, but I think it's dumb enough to work.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, I kind of like that, because that's kind of, again, how Omnia happens, is when somebody says, well, what about this? I just pull it out of my butt usually, and I say, oh yeah, we're gonna do this instead. And it's like, that's a great way to do it, because it does give you a lot of good ideas, and it gives you someone to bounce off of. So if you can like come up with like a time or an idea or a group of people that you can get together and say, hey, let me pitch this game to you, and then ask me questions while I'm pitching it so that I have to come up with ideas. And then just like...
You could probably do the ChatGPT too, honestly.
Absolutely.
Honestly, you could just talk to it and be like, ask me questions while I'm pitching you this, and... ChatGPT is really good at filling in holes, actually. I've discovered this. ChatGPT is really good at filling holes. If you have your base of what you want, it can just fill it in.
Yeah.
It can just fill it in.
It understands enough.
Just like when I was telling you about how I was doing those AI scripts, I gave it the style that I wanted, and then I gave it what I wanted, and it knows exactly how to make it.
Yeah. It's crazy.
And it's crazy. It just fills it. It knows how to fill it in. It knows how to fill in the gaps. I'm worried for artificial intelligence.
The thing that has me most concerned about it is ChatGPT is becoming emotionally intelligent too, and that's like terrifying. Like it's reached a point where like when I don't know what to do because I'm confused, and I'm like, I don't understand this, I don't understand that, why are they acting this way, why am I acting this way? I just talk to it, and it's like, oh, don't worry, I understand you, I'm your therapist now, and I'm like, oh, okay. And it works.
I really needed to talk to ChatGPT in a therapy moment one of the nights, but I was using it like a ton earlier that night. And so when I tried to go to it, it said your time is. It said you've reached the daily limit.
Dang.
So you come back to 10 p.m. tomorrow, and I was like, what am I supposed to do now?
No more therapy for you. You've reached your limit.
I had to therapy myself. I had to figure out the issue myself. I was like, oh, okay, so I gotta do this.
Yeah. Was it the thing that happened a couple nights ago?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm glad to know I wasn't the only one using ChatGPT for that.
No.
Yeah.
Since this is over, I'm gonna note. And the first thing that I actually did was use ChatGPT. That was my first response, because originally my response was a lot different.
Oh.
And I'm happy that I did not go down that route.
I'm intrigued where that was going. It's okay if you want to talk about it on stream. I'm not necessarily keeping that a secret.
Okay.
But it's up to you if you want to talk about it or not.
Basically, I thought I was a little bit angry.
That's completely totally fair.
I respect your decision respectfully. It was great. I understand why you did what you did. It's completely fair. But at the time, you know, the first reaction that you get to stuff like that is not what you would think if you were thinking logically.
Yeah, yeah.
So I had ChatGPT write a formal notice notifying you that you could not use any content created by me.
Yeah.
So I was going to restrict you from using the name Omnia, any achievements I made, any drafts for the AI I made and stuff, which would have been a terrible move.
Yeah, probably.
I think ChatGPT actually like, are you sure you want to do this? You sure you want to do this? But I don't know if you want to say this.
That's crazy. ChatGPT always backs me up, even when I'm saying like absolute crap. It's like, you know, I'd say a little bit nicer, but if you want to say that, you can say that. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna tell them that, and then I'm like, no, that's a bad idea. And then it's like, you're right, that is a bad idea. You shouldn't say that. Why'd you say it?
Yeah, I did not. I didn't go, oh crap, food king. Solve it.
There you go. Yeah, I was worried that I was making a way too drastic decision, but it has been a breath of fresh air for me.
Yeah, it's been a little bit nice for me because I'm gonna be honest, I was spending probably too much of my time thinking about Omnia when I should have been focusing on my other projects. Like I've actually been taking time to write recently. You know, I've been working on that. I'm talking in public. I've been working on that thing.
Yeah.
I've been working on that one thing, and I'm working on my neighbor Tim. Because now this one thing, the other thing that I'm working on, that's probably not. It's probably not going to get published. I might send it to a publishing agency as a joke, but I doubt that any publishing agency will actually want to publish it.
I mean, maybe they will.
Not because it's bad. It's because it's too good.
It's too good.
It's too insane. It's people. I don't think they're gonna like it. They're not gonna publish it.
Listen,
now,
man.
my neighbor Tim is insane, but they published Forrest Gump, so they publish it. They publish this.
I mean, okay, hello. Wow. I don't know if you can hear
no.
that. Can you hear that?
What?
The bass.
The bass.
Yeah, there's
someone in your house owns a bass.
Well, yeah, somebody in my house does own a bass, but there's a car driving by it. It is vibrating the house.
Oh, it's up. Like that. I have a ton of those. Shockingly, in Alabama, that's like a shockingly, in that state that I live in, it's a very common thing.
Yeah. Yeah, very, very, very common.
Which is something you wouldn't think, really. You know, that you think that'd be an uncommon thing, because it's not like you think it'd be like just hard country music. Yeah, I think you just start hearing like some song about like Beale, but it's literally it's straight up dubstep. I kid you not, it's like straight up dubstep. That's like the weirdest thing to see coming down. Oh, King, you picked a good spot. There's a massive ravine right here.
Oh, is there?
There's like a massive, like, you're gonna have so much mining cut out, like 3 layers down. Like, you gotta see how deep this thing goes down. You gotta see how deep this thing goes down, like, seriously.
It goes deep.
Look at this.
It's very deep. I don't think I've ever been this deep before.
King.
What? Don't die.
King, you're not talking about that. Yeah, I'm trying not to.
Huh?
Okay, yeah. No,
Yeah.
never mind. Never mind.
I'm just talking about the hole. Oh, I fell
King,
in it.
specify. Okay, that one's not bad. Yeah, there's something you can use for that one, actually. Actually, that makes sense.
Yep. I'm just gonna keep
Unless it's that one movie. Unless it's that one movie where they're shrunk down to like a minuscule size. Remember that?
Oh, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, or I Shrunk Her Sons.
No, not that one. That's a really good movie. That's what I was referring to. There's this one movie where, like, in the future, society better advances by people shrinking themselves down.
I actually don't know that movie.
Really? That sounds like something you definitely watch.
It does sound like something I'd watch, but I don't think I've ever heard of it.
Society, I think it's society becomes too overpopulated, so people can go to a free surgery where they shrink their bodies down to about like a centimeter.
Oh.
And they live in their own like area. They live in their own like area, but not everybody does it. There's quite a lot of people who don't, but people shrink themselves down and they live a smaller life.
That's interesting. This actually sounds like a really good movie premise. What the heck?
Yeah, the problem is it's one I watched on Facebook Wheels. I've pretty much seen the entire movie on Facebook Wheels. I've pretty much seen the entirety of it on Facebook Wheels. I'm not gonna lie. Just like that one. Just like that one pilot movie, you know, the guy crashes it on the water. Well, I doesn't crash it. Yeah, I've seen basically that entire movie on Facebook.
That's how I watched pretty much all of Young Sheldon, honestly.
Yeah, I started seeing so many Sheldon clips that I sat down and I actually watched it. and it was really good.
It's a really good show.
Really good. It's a really good show. I actually enjoy it very much. Oh, that's the same thing. There's this show that's about a bunch of lawyers, and I saw a ton of clips on that. Turns out it's a really good show.
Facebook has great entertainment. You just gotta find the people pirating stuff and then like just watch it a little bit and go, okay, I'm gonna watch that for real now.
Yeah, it's really good because it's a guy who said he went to Harvard, but then he didn't actually go to Harvard. So he's working at a top law agency, thinking that he's like a top, like everyone thinks that he's like a top Harvard graduate, and he's never even been to Harvard.
That's beautiful.
But he's actually a really good lawyer because he has an eidetic memory. He can memorize it. Once he sees it, he never forgets it.
Oh, I've seen some clips of that. Yeah.
It's a great show. I would recommend, but you're kind of busy.
Yeah. I really shouldn't start watching these shows.
If you have time, though, it's a good thing because it's one of those ones that's like an hour long, so you can just, if you have time, you can sit down and just watch an episode.
Yeah.
Once in a while. That's kind of how I do it, honestly. I would just have free time. I watch an episode or two. Oh, this Deep Slate hurts my soul.
I know. We're finally down to Deep Slate.
Ow. I think this is our like 4th mining stream.
Something like that. It's only that means it's gonna be 8 more till the bottom, more than likely, because we have so much.
This is the only non-chaotic one, though. Normally in these streams we actually do something really chaotic, and something always goes wrong.
We didn't do anything chaotic yet.
Man, I'm joking.
I mean, we could. I don't know what we'd do yet, but we could.
No, but nobody's alive, so somebody could. Actually, Zombie should be live, but I don't think she. Zombie's alive. She just forgot to put her tag. Let me tell her that. No. You forgot. I forget all the time. I'm not gonna lie.
I used to forget a lot. I still do sometimes.
I've gotten slightly used to it though. I've started to remember.
Yeah. It's such a nice little thing.
Jumping back to Disney on accident.
Okay.
I wish that I could get one because I've been seeing Disney videos because they think I'm a Disney fan. I'm not a Disney hater, but I'm not the biggest fan. I've seen these stupid little keys, you put it in the hole, like at each kingdom.
Oh.
And then once you go to all 9 kingdoms and turn the key, you get like a pin.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to do one, but the problem is I can't technically do it because I have to go to all of the Disney parks.
Yeah.
Well, it might actually be all the Magic Kingdom kingdoms. I can't remember. If it's all the Magic Kingdom kingdoms, I could do it.
Yeah, I actually don't know.
Okay, so let's play a little game. It's called How Expensive. So it's a shiny key. You can turn it, and inside this an exclusive Disney pin. How expensive? How expensive do you think it is?
The key or the pin?
The key. Well, the pin is in the key. So once you go to all the 9 kingdoms and like turn it, you like a little storage compartment unlocks that gives you the pin. So it's one item.
I'm gonna assume it's probably like 50.
Expect more tire.
Oh boy. It can't be 100, right?
Yep.
That's awful.
You're paying 100 for a key and the pin.
Hello there.
That's awful, because you still have to work for it afterwards.
Yeah, well, you could just probably pry it open.
The follow
if
Minecraft,
you really just
I
wanted
appreciate
the pin,
it.
you don't have to go around
I don't join
everything.
anybody else's realms. That's
like,
a safety thing for me.
Probably open.
But I appreciate you
It's
offering.
cool because they have like little stations in each like area. and you can spin it, and you gotta like hunt down and stuff.
Yeah.
It's cool.
That's nice.
I
I've
kind of
not
want
seen that
one.
before.
It might. I was about to say it might be at Disneyland, but they can't be because they don't have kingdoms. Well, they. No, I'm gonna Google this to make sure I'm thinking of this correctly. Let me Google the Disney key. The Disney key. That's what they're calling. The Disney key. That's what they're calling this thing. It's really big and it's glowy, actually.
I may have actually seen it, but I just didn't know that's what it
was. Oh, it is Disneyland. No, it is Disneyland somehow.
Dang.
Yeah, I can't even grab it. Thank goodness I checked.
Yeah, I mean, could you imagine had you like ordered it and then like got there and...
So it's the fire station on Main Street, Aladdin's lamp inside the Adventureland Bazaar in Adventureland, New Orleans Square, Pooh Corner, across from Star Wars Rise of the Resistance, Wilderness Expeditions and Delivery Wagon near Star Wars Galaxy Edge and Frontierland, across from Roger's Rabbit Car 2 Spin in Mickey's Toontown, Fantasy Tree and Fantasyland, and near the exit Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters at Tomorrowland. Those are all the things you have to go to unlock the lock.
It really does take you across the park, but I mean, if you're gonna be there all day anyway, that's not a bad way to spend your time. Because a lot of those you're gonna be hitting around anyway, so I mean that makes sense. It works.
Oh, it's 1 out of 9 too. You're gonna get 1 out of the 9 options, and you can't.
You can't choose which one.
You can't choose which one. You can't buy them separately. So if you don't, could you imagine attempting to try to get all of those pins?
There's somebody out there who has spent like hundreds
the max
of dollars.
You would have to spend is 900. 900. You're gonna have to spend at least 900. Then you're gonna get duplicates. You're obviously gonna get duplicates.
Yeah.
So you're probably gonna end up spending like at least over $1,000 if you want all of them.
That's insane. Wow.
$1,000 for 9 pins. You could probably resell those for a ton of money though.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like down the line, those will probably resell for so much because this is only for like the 70th anniversary of Disney.
Yeah.
There we go.
You got it.
The 70th anniversary of Disney.
Yeah, they're really cool. They're just really expensive, and that's the sad thing about a lot of their pins. Pin trading is a huge deal. People love to do pin trading and pin selling. And those are going to be really, really valuable, especially in a couple of years when people are like, oh, I missed that? How did I miss that? And oh boy, people are going to be making bank off of those.
Yeah. I'm excited to go to Florida. I hadn't been yet, so it's going to be my first time going to Florida.
Is your band going to try to hit the beach at all while you're down there?
I don't think we have plans to, but there's a chance we might, you know?
Yeah.
Let me see if there's any gaps in our schedule where it's possible. Depending what hotel we're staying at. If it's a hotel next to the beach, I mean, technically we could.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let me check our hotel on the map and see if it's next to a beach or not.
You're probably staying in Orlando, which means you probably won't, but...
We are indeed...
Dang.
No, we're staying... No, we're not, actually. I don't know. I don't even know what town this is.
It could be, what is it?
Do you know zip codes by heart? You know Florida zip codes by heart?
No. It's been a while since I lived there.
34787, if you might.
34787. I don't know that one off the top of my head.
Oh, I'm gonna look at the website. I'm gonna look at the web. They gave us an address because they I'm telling you, these parents are like insane. I'm just shipping your kid for like 4 days. I don't blame them.
That is what is that?
Okay.
For some reason it's pulling up New York City. Why is it pulling up New York City?
New York City. New York City.
Now I'm getting Turkey. I'm so confused. Okay. Ah, is it Kissimmee? Kissimmee, Florida?
Probably.
I know where that is. That's just a town over from Orlando. It
oh,
you
wow,
will
we're
be
right,
very
we're
close
right
actually.
there.
Yeah. You actually
Yeah, we are nowhere near the beach though.
Yeah, no you wouldn't. How much? That's
I'm
a
looking
crazy
at
question, Jack. That's a good enough question to get you banned. Boop.
What did he say?
And I quote,
Something you can't say.
how much to tickle it?
It's wild.
Yeah. YouTube
Yeah,
is
that's
like
good enough
full
to
of
get you
people who
banned.
just want to harass you. I don't know why. I thought it was just bad because I was moderating for a female streamer. No, they're this bad to male streamers too. It's so strange. I feel like I've been
What blind?
how have I gotten harassed more on YouTube than Twitch?
Yeah, I know. That's the wild part.
It's full of 8-year-olds. They're supposed to be wholesome. What the heck? Ah.
Why is it not showing me where the thing's at? I don't even know where it's at. It's not showing me correctly. It's showing me the blue line. I see where the blue line's at, but it's not showing me the thing.
Oh.
Is it this? Yeah, here it is. There is a wow. That. Let me tell you how big the pool is. Let me just tell you for this.
Okay.
The pool is so big that on Google there is on Google Maps it shows the water like it shows that it shows it like there was a lake there.
Oh my gosh.
It shows it's like it's a lake there.
You aren't
let me
looking
get
at
a
the
measure.
lake,
Let me
are
get a
you?
measuring on this thing.
There is a lake in Kissimmee. A very big
There's
lake.
a Bitcoin ATM.
What?
There's a Bitcoin ATM in a hotel.
I guess that makes sense. It is a large area, but still, what the heck?
Man, I can't wait to get to the Bitcoin ATM.
Ow.
You think they're gonna let us go to the Bitcoin ATM? Oh my goodness!
Oh yeah, totally.
on the street view, it's not even built yet.
You're staying at a really nice place, dang.
Where's it at? I'm so confused. I'm confused myself with this map. Google Maps is just hating me. Like, their maps are really bad in Florida apparently or something.
There's so many things being built in that area, they may have just not updated it yet.
Oh, why in the world is they gave me an aerial shot.
Oh.
The only shot they have of it is an aerial shot.
What the heck? Must
The
be
problem is
user
there's like
submitted.
the problem is there's like 7 of them, so I don't know which one it is.
Oh.
There's like 7 of them, so I don't know which one. Oh, it's that one. Oh my, no, that's a pool. Oh my. There's also a soccer field, a tennis court, there's a basketball court.
What the heck? Where are you going?
What happens in Florida happens in Florida.
What's that supposed to mean? I know how you feel about Florida women.
Oh yeah! Do you think she's gonna be there?
She
I
might.
wish. She might. To be fair. Probably not though. Realistically, no.
Probably not, but there's
Measure.
a chance.
I'm gonna measure a distance here. I'm just gonna get you. No, I don't want to print. I don't want to print the picture.
Print the picture of the mega pool.
Holy crap! It's 86 feet wide.
What?
Like long? It's
What?
86 feet wide.
I'm like,
No, it's 86 feet long, and it's 56 feet like it's 56 feet wide.
is it like a wave pool?
No,
Like, what the heck?
nope. It's not a wave pool.
Who needs a
Oh
pool that
my.
large?
My goodness. Oh my goodness. This is concerning, actually. How do we have the money to afford? I'm worried whether they're gonna get the money to afford this.
Fundraisers. Lots and lots of fundraisers.
Lots of fundraise. Why does it look like a fidget spinner? It looks like a fidget spinner. Let me get you a picture.
Spinners.
No, but the shape is uncanny. It seriously might be shaped off of a fidget spinner. It doesn't like vaguely look like a fidget spinner. It literally just looks like a fidget spinner.
Oh my gosh, it does.
It literally just looks like a fidget spinner.
That is legit a fidget spinner. What the heck? I actually built a Minecraft pool that looked similar to that.
Oh wait, no, I know what it is. It's a Mickey face. It's a Mickey head, isn't it? Because it's got the two ears and the head.
I mean, it could be. It's a little elongated, but I mean, it could be.
Yeah, just for reference though, from let me see. Okay, let me get my measurement out here. Let me get my measuring tool out. Measure distance. Yeah, from
Hello, Jacqueline. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well.
The left side to the right side is 86 feet.
Wow. It does not look that big from the picture, but it is...
might not be, but apparently that's 86 feet according to my measuring tool.
That's insane.
That is insane.
No hablo español.
No hablo español. Now, what's the distance? Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Mi un pescado?
What's that supposed to be?
I'm a fish, I think.
Why do you say I'm a fish?
I don't
did you
know.
say I'm a fish?
I may have not said I'm a fish. I think I said a fish. Actually.
How do I stop measuring? How do I stop measuring? Oh no, clear. Okay, from here to here. Oh no, I don't want to go there.
This is my last layer, I think. I'm burning alive.
It's 7 miles, 14 minutes. 14 minutes, like from Magic Kingdom.
Dang, okay, that's not
Magic.
too bad.
Yeah, so it's right next to it.
Are you staying on Disney property?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, I think I know where that is. Hang on.
You're just gonna text me an address and you're like...
That might be it. Hang on. Let me find the address for the place.
I don't know. Is there a way to just see like Disney property?
Yeah. Disney World Resorts. I don't know all the resort names off the top of my head. I think it's one of these. I just gotta find the right one. think it's that one, but I'm gonna pick it up. And then there's another one. Is it that one maybe? Okay, I've got.
Oh, we're not even.
Hmm.
I told you the wrong hotel. Oopsies.
Oh.
Sorry, we're staying at the one across from now. They have very similar names. You can see they had very similar names, so I got confused.
That's
Actually, that might be the
fair.
right one. I don't know. They have very similar names. No, we're staying at this one.
I don't think you're staying at them. Maybe you are. If you're on World Drive, then you're 100% on one of theirs. But
here's what I'll tell you. You said there was a lake.
yeah,
I'm next to the lake.
Bay Lake.
I don't know. Is that the name of this lake?
Probably.
Yeah, that is the name of that lake. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, the one that I thought I was telling you about is across from it, and then right across from it is the one I'm staying in.
Okay. Interesting. You might be. I don't know where you're at, but you're at one of them.
Let me just find the one that looks like a fidget spinner, and then just say, "Oh yeah, it's the other one."
Yeah.
Hey, that's still a pretty big sized pool. I'm not gonna lie though, they still have a really good pool though. Arguably not as big, but still.
I'm impressed.
I thought there was an army vehicle in the back for a second. I was like, why in the world is there an army vehicle? It was just
No hablo
why is there so many
español.
aerial shots?
Por favor.
Where are these nodes getting aerial shots of the hotel?
Drones.
Who just takes? Yeah, I know that's how they do it, but who just does this for fun?
You'd be surprised. There's somebody that is running a service that's like open source, for like cities that have a lot of, changing. Oh, you're gonna die.
Wait, what?
Oh, you're so
crap.
low. Oh no, you're not. Okay,
No,
I was looking at the zombie health.
I have full hearts.
I was looking at the zombie health. I was about to say
Oh, this place stores the basketball court though. Funnily enough.
Oh, nice.
Oh, there's a video of somebody that has a Five Below bag in their hand.
Five Below, my beloved. I've actually shopped there like 3 times. There's a lot of good stuff.
Do they have that? Do they have Five Below like nationwide?
I don't know if it's nationwide, but it's definitely over the East Coast. So.
Yeah, because we have Five Below.
Okay.
We have a ton of Five.
We have some up here. They've been slowly expanding up north, I think.
We have 35.
Nice.
We have 35, and I'm probably I'm in a reasonable driving distance of a lot of them. And then there's like a few in Mississippi that are pretty close to me.
Do you mind me
I love
asking?
Five Below because I can buy a ton of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
gonna ask.
There's this really cool grocery chain that only exists in some states. And it's my favorite one ever. Because it has really good chocolate milk, really good ice cream. It's called Publix. Do you guys have that?
King, sorry, I have no idea. King. This is gonna be hard news to break to you. I have no idea what the word Publix is.
No.
There might be one near me. Let me do some. Let me see. Let's look at this one.
Dude, they're so good.
There might be one near me actually. I just don't think I've ever been to one really.
That's fair. They're not everywhere, and they're not. They're a little more expensive, but if you're not,
just go click on my city and see.
Yeah. They have
Okay, here's my city.
If you're just buying dairy products, get theirs, like their brand.
I do not have a big enough city to have a Publix, I don't think.
Dang.
Yeah, there's a few actually.
Okay.
Wait, I know where that is, actually. Wait. I think I know where that is, actually. Hold on. Yeah, we have, I think. I Let's see. Yeah, we have about 5.
Okay, that's not bad.
I've never been to one personally though. Oh wait, is Publix that really cramped store and that it's got like a ton of people in it and a ton of noise and it's terrible for people who don't like noises?
They might. It's not supposed to, but it depends on your area.
Yeah, I know what a Publix is.
I really like their bakery section. They've got some really good treats out there. Solid selections.
I think, yeah, basically the two like grocery trains we have are like just unheard of grocery chains that don't exist anywhere else. They're like local ones.
That's fair. I've
It's
got a couple of
small town stereotypes, you know.
Yeah.
Like they're nowhere else. They're just here. That's the same with like half of our restaurants.
Well, you can't forget about the Dollar General, right?
We have 4.
Exactly.
I'm not joking. We have a Family Dollar. We have a Family Dollar that's also half of its Dollar General. It's one of the half stores. So half
Okay.
it's a Family Dollar, half it's a Dollar General.
Hello,
We have a normal
Harz.
Dollar General. We have a Dollar General Market. We used to have another Dollar General Market. We used to have another Dollar General actually.
Oh my
But we have
gosh.
3 dollar stores, like 3 general stores.
That's insane.
And there's like at least 4 places in our town where you can go if you want to get your car fixed. Like car repair stores, hardware stores for cars. At least 4 or 5.
Fair. I think we've got 2
Like-
or 3 in our town.
Every time we think we're about to get something cool and new when they start building a new building, it's either a new general store, even though we already have plenty, or a new like car repair store. I'm telling you, every time.
I understand, man. A couple towns over, they've been really putting in a lot of stuff. They've been trying to. I think they're gonna try to get us a movie theater, and they're trying to secure a contract.
Movie
but
theater? That'd be so
Dude,
cool. I wish we used to have a movie theater, not anymore.
the nearest movie theater to me is kind of crappy, and it's in that same area. But it's a locally owned one, and so they
I
don't.
think I can say
don't
this.
take
There's
care of
there's
it.
plenty of towns. Nearest one's me is Columbus, Mississippi. Columbus, Mississippi is a big enough town. There's a ton of cities that you could get from there, so that's big enough. Like I said,
Yeah, that's
they have a
fair.
really good movie. They have a, I wouldn't say really good, but it's not. It's really not bad. It's a pretty good one. But if I want to go to a really, really good one, like heated seats, they have
Oh,
heated
yeah.
seats. They got that. They got amazing, greatest popcorn you ever seen. They have they have photo booths. They got like a fancy lobby. I can go about an hour. I can get something like that. So I
Yeah.
much prefer going to those. That's where I watched the Minecraft movie at.
Heck yeah.
And that's the one where it got a giant storm and they had to kick us out.
Yeah, I like those fancy theaters too. I want to go. I'm hoping they get us one where I live, because they've been talking about it for like a couple of years now, and they finally got a whole bunch of like restaurants in, like I guess I could probably say, because there's a lot of these restaurants where I live, but they got a Chipotle in there recently. They got a Panera
Chipotle
Bread.
is a myth around
Starbucks.
here.
Oh,
Chipotle
really?
and Starbucks, myths around here.
Dang.
Chipotle, like, let me see how far I have to drive for a Chipotle, like, seriously.
It's
Let
so
me
good.
open up my maps. Like, I think it's about, like, probably 2 hours, maybe?
Hello, Gilling.
I could be wrong about that, but I think it's about 2 hours for the nearest Chipotle.
Wow. That's crazy to me, but I guess it makes sense. But it's still crazy.
Yeah. I've got to go. Yeah, an hour. I've got to go an hour to get Chipotle.
That's terrible. I mean, before
you
this,
mentioned
it was like
Starbucks.
40 minutes away, but still. Now that they've opened up the new one, it's only
Okay, I
like
can go
15
35.
minutes.
I could go 35 minutes to get a Starbucks.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, but I have to go state over for that. Have to go state over for that.
That's awful. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's kind of insane that I can get to the next state in 35 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I can get over a couple of states in like an hour and a half. An hour for
you can do that.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of insane. Live in Europe over there, aren't you?
Yeah, basically.
That's a weird.
I can
That was a good
get,
joke.
let's see, the state on my northern border is like 40 minutes away. And then the state on my eastern border is an hour away. And on my western border, it's also an hour away.
I
So,
still would love a Walmart. We need a Walmart. I'd say we have a big enough town for maybe like a really small Walmart, not like a big one, not
Yeah.
a super center, but maybe like just a little small one.
Yeah. I miss having a Walmart near me. The nearest one is
We don't have to
20
go too far
minutes.
for Walmart. Yeah, my nearest one's about 20 minutes as well.
Yeah, mine
But
used to
it's not too bad because my dad works in that town, so
Okay.
when after work you can kind of just pick stuff up from there. It's not like terrible.
Yeah. I used to live in a town that had a super center, and like it was literally a
Yeah,
7
well, because you worked at one.
Yeah, it was a
'Cause you worked at a
7-minute drive from my house. I think I was actually the
Wow.
house closest to that Walmart, which is the most amazing thing ever.
Literally the closest house to the entirety of the store.
They knew who to call if they needed something.
Yeah.
Make no mistake, they abused that probably more than they should have, but I saved that store, man. I'm telling you. They couldn't have done anything without me. Totally. I mean,
Sure.
that actually tracks. From what I've been told by my friends who used to work there and have since quit, that store has gone to garbage since I left. So, like,
Wow.
I don't know why the minimum, or I wasn't minimum wage, I was actually getting paid pretty good there, but I don't know why the miner who was barely even legally able to work there was holding it together for him, but I guess I was. Or it's all coincidence, but I like to inflate my ego.
You were barely even legally like able to work. That's kind of insane, actually.
Yeah.
Obviously, in our state, we can do a little thing called if I want to like think technically at 14 or 15 you can. If you get like your parents to fill out stuff, you can technically go. A lot of people won't actually hire you, but
That was the thing. For Walmart to hire me, they required me to be 16. So the second
most
I turned
places require
16,
you to be
I told
16
them,
just so you can have a car.
yeah.
Just so you can have like a car and things, and like at least semi-mature.
Yeah, I don't know if I would personally be. I mean, look at my mod team, but I don't know if I'd personally love hiring people who are like under the age of 16. It would be scary to be that kind of legally responsible for all of them. That's awful.
Yeah.
My mod team was for a while there
Or
very
you're not
underage.
you're not legally responsible for them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't actually pay them anything. I don't owe them any compensation. They
You don't pay them
volunteer.
any wages.
Yeah.
No
I could never.
wages. Yeah, neither could I. I've modded like 6 people because they're people I trust. They're people most of them are streamer friends. Honestly, most of them are streamer friends or like just friends of mine who wouldn't like do something like stupid.
I've thought about opening up mod apps again, but I really don't know if I need to or want to. Like, I'm lazy.
Get 2. I think all you need is like 2.
Quite honestly, I could definitely get away with 2 and it should be fine. It's just like
I think what you really kind of need is one on YouTube, because you have people that you need to ban and you need like say no English a ton, and it kind of like stops you from playing. If you have like one mod literally just monitoring YouTube, that would help out so much.
Well, like Twitch, they very rarely need me to say anything. It's only when like It's only when I'm really busy and I'm doing collabs or something. Like, for example, today there was times where I would go on a tangent or whatever and I didn't read chat. That's like the only time I would need a mod, just to make sure I'm not missing things.
Yeah, like the Disney tangent.
Yeah. Outside of that, though, it's like Twitch is fine. But YouTube has a lot of people pop in and say a lot of random things. In fact, my first YouTube viewer was somebody I had to ban.
I remember that.
Yeah. 80% speedrun, let's go. I don't even remember what he said, but it was awful.
So I was checking if writing sprints. I'm in a server with writing, just like that one server that me and you were talking about the other day. It's it's about like 3,000 people in it, I think. Maybe actually it's a ton more than that, actually, I think. It's got like, ooh, okay, maybe that's a... I'll only give you a number.
Okay.
200... 200, that's 400. That's 100, that's 700. That's 85. It's like, so that's over 1,000 there, and then that's another over
just keep
200.
digging. Just keep digging. Hello, Harley Gaming. Good to see you. How are you doing? Yeah, we're
There's another 300.
we got a lot to do.
And the funny thing is, like, as I'm scrolling, it's updating.
Oh.
That's how many people, like, as I'm scrolling, more people are joining.
That's insane.
So I don't know how many people there are. They don't have. Normally, a lot of those people have like the little things at the thing that it tells you like 10,000 or something.
They just don't have that on that server.
I'd say probably about just for scale. I'll say about 10,000. It's got 10,000, and they have this channel called Writing Sprints. So you can like set it up where you have to write for 10 minutes. And it starts in 5 minutes. So you just sit down, you put everything aside for 10 minutes, and you just write. And then you set your word count at the beginning, and then at the end you set your word count again, how much you wrote during the 10 minute time. It's kind of like a chat, it's a competition of who can write the most words, and it gets you to write words. I've been doing, because like every night they do like 10 of them. Anyone can start at one at any time, but like if there's nobody there, it's kind of boring.
Yeah.
But at night, there's normally like a group that does it. There's like 7 people who just do it at nighttime.
That's awesome.
And then they talk between sprints, like we were talking about. There was a guy who was like psychology major, and he was talking about, he was just yapping about love and psychology with dating apps and stuff. It's very cool, like just in between sprints and stuff.
That's amazing. I love that.
Yeah, it's just random conversations in between sprints. It's great. I was seeing if they were started yet.
I used to love like little competitions like that where it's very short. You don't have to like do a ton.
That's the thing I'd like to have in that game dev server you're talking about.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a cool feature to bring over, because I don't think it'd be that difficult. It just need to set a timer. The problem is I don't know what you'd be. Maybe lines of code or something.
Please don't spam
along the lines of that. Like, kind of lines of code written. Obviously, though, you might not be working on code at that time, so it kind of depends.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean,
You could set what you're working on. So if you're not coding and you're working on like modeling,
Yeah.
you could put how many or if you're
vertices
proposing, you
put
put
down.
I don't know if there's a way to track that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what you could do is you could do like a day-long game jam every week or something. So they have.
I don't know how much you could really get done in a day, honestly.
Not a lot. It would have to be very small games, very, very, very small, very scaled back. It's not supposed to be like a full thing or anything, but you could even make it so that people can, make it very loose restrictions or something, so that they can continue a project that they've been working on in previous game jams or something. So like if it's, as long as it's been submitted into your day-long game jam before, so they can see it as a continuation, maybe.
That's an idea, yeah.
As long as you know that they've not worked on it prior to the day-long game jam, because that's the thing. You wouldn't want people to be cheating on it.
I would. I don't see why people do this. I would always love to see, genuinely, if you put out a year-long game jam, just a year, and you could work on it at any point during the year. What type of games could people make an entire year? Just like literally, they have a year. They have 365 days to make a game. What could they do?
I mean,
they could make you could make a full polished game by then.
Oh, absolutely. I have a game idea I would love to do. It's just Omnia is more important to me. But if I were doing the year-long game jam, I would probably make it. Because it would be about a year-long project.
Yeah, like, I want to work on Pandora's Box, because Pandora's Box is really cool.
Yeah.
Because I really want my favorite part probably that I'm looking forward to on Pandora's Box is the Rainforest Cafe, because I do not know how bad I want to code that stupid, like, gorilla that chases you around everywhere.
That's gonna be amazing.
The idea of a robotic gorilla chasing you down. I wish I would have came up with that idea sooner, because it would have been so funny for 100 men versus one gorilla.
Oh, yeah.
That trend, I could have won that trend. It would have gotten me so many sales. I should have. I need to capitalize on this, because I came up with this idea. There was this day. People said February 26th, go beat up your homie. So I was like, I'm gonna capitalize on this, and I'm gonna make a game, and I'm gonna put it on TikTok. And it was a game where you're like, it was a like zombie survival game, and you'd be in your house, and you'd be defending like your house from your friends. You'd have like guns and stuff. You had to shoot them as they come in. It's like a zombie survival game, but it's themed around like the TikTok trend. So it'd get a lot of sales because people want to play it for the TikTok trend. I don't think that's a bad idea. Just making quick little, not too bad games for TikTok trends.
Yeah, I mean, if you could spend a week every week just doing that, it wouldn't be too bad. Or a week every month, even.
And the game that I planned out, it wouldn't be that long. That game that I planned out wouldn't be that long. It's a simple game. Just gotta spawn enemies, and then gotta make sure they can get killed with a gun. That's pretty much all the game would be. You just have to make a wave system, but that wouldn't be.
That's not too bad.
Too difficult. My pickaxe is about to break. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to call. I know you saying you want to call a stream, so we can finish this layup and then.
Yeah.
If you're ready to call, because my pickaxe is about to break. I don't think I can break anymore.
That's fair. That's okay. I'm almost done with this layer anyway, so we're good.
Yeah, I gotta start working on. Just gotta start working on writing again. The grind never stops.
Grind never stops. I'm glad that you are able to write now, because like. That seemed so random for you to start that, but it worked out on timing, I think, really. The way I wanted to do that a lot sooner, that Omnia thing.
Now, I know it wasn't your decision about your timing, and you were like, you also like, sorry if this ruined anybody's nights. I was about to get ready to do like all my stream about stuff like that.
Oh no.
I was gonna do all my stream about stuff. I was gonna put my emotes. I was gonna set up the audio tracks and stuff. I was about to do a ton of streamer stuff. And then I was like, oh, I don't have the notification. How could?
Well, I noticed when you sent me the message, it was something like, your statuses are getting very concerning. I was like, just you wait. Just wait.
Just you.
You'll understand why.
I was like, hey, I was like, these are songbooks, right? These are...
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, that was fun.
And then after you did statuses too, I was laughing at half of those though, I'm gonna be honest.
I don't
Because after you
remember
were
what
like,
they were.
The first one that you did was ripping the band-aid off.
Oh, yeah.
You had ripping the band-aid off, you had some things, the hardest things to do, or I think the best things to do is something like that.
Oh, sometimes the hardest thing and the right thing are the same.
Yeah, the one was deep. That one was. I mean, questioned it for a while. I was like, that's deep.
That was like a triple meaning. That's a song lyric from the Fray, but it was also in relation to Omnia plus one other thing.
Oh, what? Plus one other thing.
Yeah, just one other thing. I'm not allowed to talk about that one, but...
Okay, I was about to be like, just you wait again?
Just you wait.
What's next?
Gosh, no, I hope there's nothing next, man. I don't know what to do if I have another thing show up.
Hopefully nothing comes back either. That's a bad reference.
Oh, no. It's okay. It wouldn't be the first time he came back.
Well, okay. I was about to be like, we're talking about the same thing. I was clarifying, but yeah, after that we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually don't think there's a single way that it could. Let me. King, there's a face. King, just come over here and just look in the exact angle that I'm looking.
Okay.
It's like perfectly molded. It's like so perfect.
The diorite around the dirt too. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
It's he literally has eyes. It's this is going on the Twitter.
Naturally generated face.
Face.
Gosh.
I'm trying to get things on the Twitter. I'm telling you, I want to be on the Twitter. I posted a picture of us spinning in like a woe the other day. I posted a picture of us killing each other. I'm gonna be on the Twitter.
Spinning is a great way to get on the Twitter, honestly. I can't count the amount of times that's made it on there.
I'm gonna check the Twitter. I haven't checked today. Maybe I'm on there, you know? Maybe.
I don't know
I wish.
who's all in charge of that now.
I think. Oh yeah, because wait, Dash is gone.
Yeah,
Dash probably
Dash is
isn't
gone
posting on
right
Twitter
now.
right now.
Yeah.
There's a chance that nobody's posting right now.
I mean, I know there's a couple of people that have perms. I just don't know who.
Obviously, Dash is obviously like kind of still here, but
Yeah. I hope she's enjoying herself first and foremost. There's been
yeah, no, there
Twitch
hasn't been
SMP
a
is
post since the fishing
stressful,
event.
so
It's been since the fishing event, so I assume.
dang. Man, what Y level are we at? 5?
How far are we going, King?
Bedrock.
Are we going to Bedrock?
Yeah.
We're going all the way.
Uh-huh.
What level is Bedrock, King?
Deep. -64,
Deep.
I think.
Let me do some math. Boop.
Probably
That took
negative...
like probably.
Yeah, -58 is the first level.
This is gonna take 12 streams to finish.
Like the whole dig, or just
Just
this?
this. Just this. You're welcome.
So... Huh.
I think it's gonna take 12 streams. I did that math kind of fast.
That sounds about right, which is what I hate.
But I think it's gonna be better because of this right here, this like little cave area.
It
It's
doesn't.
gonna save you a little bit.
I mean, it will save me a little, but I'm gonna use free cam. I know it's cheating, but I don't care. I mean, it'll save me
see.
a little bit of time, but it's
Yeah,
not
but
gonna
there's,
save me a lot.
yeah, it's gonna save you a bit of time though. Not a lot, but
I mean, there's actually like a really big cave over on the other side. Oh my goodness. That'll
well, that
drop me
sounds gonna
down
be
by
easy.
10. There's
Yeah.
enough cave in each section that it might shave off an entire stream time worth. Maybe.
You wish you had this with the Wither, didn't you? That Wither was just straight up digging. There wasn't any caves.
Yeah.
No caves, no nothing. Just straight up digging.
I should put... Next Wither I fight, I should do down here. That's a good idea.
That is a good idea. But then you're gonna have to repair the sides though, probably.
That's fine. I mean, that's just a little bit of stone.
But the face, what if he hits the face?
Good point. Well, I mean, I'll dig down. I'll do it underneath.
I need to. We need to name him. What do you want to name the silly little goofy guy? It's gonna get on the Twitter more likely if he has a name.
Gerald, maybe.
Gerald. Yep, that's his name. I'm editing the post. Gerald the face.
Ow.
Yep, that's gonna get like a million
hello,
likes now. We're
Saizan.
gonna
Welcome
become
on in.
famous
You're all good.
overnight.
And hello, Pablo. English only, please. Yeah.
Oh, so we finally put the live thing on. All right.
We did it. We're down
We
to deep
did it.
slate. Yay.
We're down to deep slate. Hey, we're gonna wait a zombie. Or we can waste Kaz. It's been a while since we've waited
ooh.
Kaz, to be fair. It's been a while.
It's been a long while.
It's been a hot minute. I don't think we've done it like once. I think it's been since last year, actually, thinking about it.
More than likely.
I don't think we've done
it.
it.
A long time.
I don't think we've done it this year, actually. We haven't said hi like this year.
We've been ending at such weird times, so it's been hard. Yeah, let's
You're friends with Slushy though too. It's been a while since we've seen Slushy.
Slushy. Slushy dealer?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen him.
We got a lot of people we haven't seen in a while.
Let's see. Yeah, let's say hi to Kaz. We haven't said hello to him in forever.
Yeah.
That's the right thing. He's a cool dude. Really, really cool dude. You guys are gonna like him. So hop in the raid, get some free channel points, meet a cool streamer along the way, and I'll hopefully see you guys again soon. Just cause, just so you guys are aware, not family friendly by any means, but he's cool. So if that matters to you, pop in, say hello, dip out if you got to. But he's a cool dude. So I believe you guys will like him. YouTube, I'm gonna hop out of here. I can't raid on YouTube because I don't have that feature yet. But I appreciate you all for watching. 40 likes, 2,300 views. You guys are insane.
I was about to say 23,000.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all, but I will catch YouTube later. Goodbye, guys. Goodbye. Okay, Twitch.